Hello everyone and welcome to another live coding show of codetap. Happy New Year, I'm Marian, your host, and tonight we're going to work on the mega menu and finally implement some JavaScript. For those ones that are new over here, let me quickly give you some pointers. So basically all the movies that codetap produces can be found on youtube.com/codetap/playlists. Nicely organized. Let's open a window so you can see it happening. youtube.com/codetap/playlists. And over here, those are the playlists that we organize our movies. So basically, we are working on the mega menu friend or foe. If you go on this one, and let me zoom out a bit and follow those step by step, you get to the point where we are today. With that said, for the viewers that are watching from Facebook, that's okay. If you want to get a better quality, you can watch us on YouTube on 1080p in 60 frames per second. All you have to do is go on codetap.io/live and you'll be redirected to the live stream that's happening now. Let me check it. Yeah, apparently that's it. I'll be watching the comments to see if anyone wants to say anything. Okay. So this is our code. Let's open the console and start our project in development mode. npm start. Give it a few seconds. And let me bring it over here /src. So far we've built this menu, and when you hover on the main one, let me zoom out a bit. Yeah, when you hover on the main one over here, another one pops over here, and when you hover over here, more links are encountered. Let's quickly iterate through the problem, why you should pay attention when using a mega menu. So basically, if we are to select all the links in this page, document, query selector, all the A tags, we can find that in this mega menu there are about 600 links. Some have less 100 links and some have more of them. So Google doesn't like that. Search engines don't like that many links in a page. Every page with hundreds and hundreds of links. So tonight, in just a few minutes, we'll start solving this issue. Okay, so let's bring this over here, resize it nicely so everyone can see. That should be it. Then our editor over here. And now let's go into our menu. So what we want to do is comment out those links. So we don't want to print them. So those links and those links. So when we save it now and go back to our web page, if we are to hover over, we can no longer see the links. And if we are to select every link in the web page, we can see that we have 11 links left, basically the ones on the top, which so far Google would be happy about it. Google wouldn't complain about 11 links in your web page. So now let's put those links back that we commented out. Let's put them using JavaScript. By the way, guys, if you wanna ask any question, drop a comment in the comment section and I'll see to respond to it. So basically, what do we want to do now? Using JavaScript, we would want on hovering those ones over here. So for example, cold, cough, and flu. Let me close this window. So when we hover over these menus, we want to recreate the links that we just commented out. And for this, let's see how we do it. I want to create a script tag and insert some JavaScript at the same level as of this mega menu. So over here, let's see how do we do a script in Pug. Script, and let's do alert 2. We haven't received an alert. Let's look into the console, the elements. So basically it shows like an like a tag with an attribute. So what we want to do, I think we need to add a dot here. Basically now the alert works, and if we look into here, the JavaScript is present inside the script. So basically now we can do some JavaScript over here. Okay, so how do we access our menu? So earlier we've used it in here, this data menu. So how do we make it available in JavaScript? Well, basically, let's see. We can declare a variable, let menu equals, and then data.menu. Let's see if it works. And so far, it's data menu. It's not the JSON that we were expecting. It's not this big thing, right? So we want data menu to be part as that JSON string. So let's add some interpolation over here. That's a basic Pug interpolation. So let's see what happens now. We get lots of objects. That's not good. Well, we are one step closer because right now it looks better, but it's not what we intend to do. So there's another way to do it. If you do exclamation instead of hash, it should not escape it. So let's see if this works. Oh, this doesn't work either. So maybe we need to print this out. Let's try with JSON stringify. Stringify. And now I got it. Basically, we got our menu. If we want to confirm it, let's look into this console and do console log menu. So basically, here's our menu. So this thing works. Okay, what else do we need to do in here? So basically, where we would hover it. I think we are hovering on this one over here. And then when we hover over it, this mega menu drop down, let's inspect it. So medicines, I click inspect, and then this is, where is it? This is the one that we're hovering, and then this is the one, and this is the one. So on mega menu drop down on the li with this class, we want to do some JavaScript. So let's do some JavaScript now. We don't need this anymore. So let's do document query selector all, and we are selecting this class. And then for this one, we can do, we receive a list. It's a node list, so it's not an array. It looks like an array. And on this one, we don't have map, but we do have for each. For each, let me do it like that. For each, and for each of it, mega menu, we want to do something. And we want to add an event lister, the mouse over or hover or something like that. So mm.add event listener, and then here is the event, and then a function here. So the event should be mouse over. If it's not like that, we'll Google it to see. And then the callback function, what should happen. So this would be the, if we are to write in the old way, it will be like that, function, element, whatever. However, in the new way, ECMAScript 6 way, we can write element, that's lm, and like that. And for the moment, we just say console log element lm, and let's see what we've got. If this works, we are on the right track. If not, we have to do some debugging. Let's look into the console. So I'm getting something. Yeah. Now, how do we know what? How we would know what links to generate over here? Basically, I'm thinking if we are to go somewhere over here where we have some keys. We have this key and this key. However, this key and this key share the same name. So let's make this key 1 and this key 2, so we don't get confused. And we want to pass this somehow down to this element. So where is this mega menu drop to? It's this one over here. So let's see if we add two attributes, data key 1 equals, and then this should be key 1, the one on top here. So we know which first level menu we are in, and then this should be the second menu level. And then we can say data key equals key 2, command equals key 2. So now we should have, we have passed those ones. Let's see how we can get them. And if there are any questions, no questions so far. Not on Facebook. Let's see the YouTube one. Bear with me a second, guys, while I find my Windows. Yeah. Razvan is asking, if I'm not using Pug, how can I get the data of a JSON file using vanilla.js? Well, basically use Ajax. That would be one idea. Use Ajax and load that file in, load that data in. Many libraries already have something implemented like jQuery. On React, you could use the Axios library. Angular already has a way to request JSON files or to make calls to an API. So that's how you would use it. Great question, Razvan. Okay, so now let's see, we've added those two keys in here. So how we would get them? Let's look into this element again. Maybe we have some hints over there. So if I am to expand this one, detail, there is a current target which is null at the moment. Okay. Let's console log the current target. I'm not sure why current target. It's either target or current target. So let's see, lm current target, and let's do another one, target, and another one like a separate. Usually I do like this when I do console log, and then I make this lots of stars. And let's see in the console. Okay, so current target is okay, and we have data key 1 and data key 5. Both of them are one and the same, so let's just leave current target. Okay, and what else? Current target dot data. Let's see if it works. Undefined, it doesn't. Data set. Okay, so data set works, and we have key 1 and key. Is it key? Come on, this should be key 2. So basically this key 1 and this key 2 with the value of this and this would be present in here. See, we have 0. If we go over here, we have key 2 as mother and baby. It's 0, 1, 2. So it starts with 2, and this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how we know. Okay, so in ECMAScript 6 we can do const at the structuring, and we can say key1, key2 equals this thing over here, data set. Okay, so now if we are to console log key1 and key2, we have those values passed in. Okay, so now let's see how we would deal with it. We want to, where is it? We want to find in here, we want to find the unordered list with class list 1 and the unordered list with class list 2. So let's do the first one. Okay, how do we do that? So we can go into, where is that one? Where is that one? This one, Let's see if we can do something. Let list 1 equal query selector of mega menu drop down to, is it? Yeah. And then we want to find the list 1. It's like that. It's list 1 with hyphen. Let's see what do we find. And console log list 1. Okay, now let's see what happens. Where's the console? So we found this unordered list, which means it's okay. Now we want to prepare those LIs and links that we commented out. So we want to recreate this LI with last LI class, and then the A tag with an href. And if the item is bold, we want to have a bold link and the item label. So let's see how we do this over here. Let's say let li item equal document create element li, and then each li has an last li class, li item class name equals last li, like that, or yeah, last li. And then we want to create a tag document create element. We create an a tag element, then we do a tag dot. What do we need to do here? So we have an href. However, where do we create those ones? Because we need to create lots of them, so we need to do a loop. And we have this menu over here. So let's see, for each we need to loop through that menu. So let's see, menu menu of key1. So let's see now, if we go into this menu JSON, what does menu key1 says? So basically this is the entire menu, right? So menu key1 would be medicines. If key1 is 0, menu key1 would be medicines. And then inside this one we want to go, so like menu of 0, it gives access to this object, and then this object has second menu item list, and in here cold and flu would be the first one, so it would be second menu item list of key2, something like that. So menu of key1 dot second, let me copy it from over here because I don't want to mistype it, of key2. And then this one could have a list1 and later on a list2 init. Okay, dot list1. So it's usually a good idea to check for it. So if this exists, then we want to map, because this list1 we know it's an array, so we want to map on it. Map is an iteration, it's like a for or for each or whatever iteration you're used to using. So for each of them, let's call data each of those objects in list1. So this is like data when it's doing the iteration. And what do we do with this one? Basically, we create those links because that's what we wanted to do in the first place. Let me show this on screen. By the way, guys, if some of the code is hidden by the webcam, do let me know in the comment below. You should be fine to use it with local files. However, Razvan is asking, I know something about Ajax, but can I use it with local files? Well, if you can't use it due to some restrictions, it's easy to just install light server or live server, which can work on any directory. And basically, as soon as you run it, it opens a very basic server where you can make requests to. If you already have some JSON file, the best and quickest solution that I know is to use JSON server. Yeah, so Google JSON server, install it globally, and then once you start the JSON server with a JSON file, it basically creates an API that you can query, and Ajax would definitely work with that. Okay, so now let's see. For each of those items, we want the atag.href to be equal to data link, I think it was named. Let's confirm it. So yeah, we got link, bold, and label. And then atag dot inner text equals data dot label and label. What else do we need to do? It's another thing, the class name, right? So what does the class look like? So it's bold link or nothing. Okay, so atag.class name equals if data.bold, is it bold? Yeah, data.bold, this one. Come on, let me just grab it from over here and put it over here. So if data bold is true, then the class name should be this. If it's false, the class name is empty. Now we want to add the a tag inside the li. So we say li item append child a tag. And then we want to append the li item inside, where did we search for that list one? This list one. Okay, so list one dot append child li item. And let's see what happened so far. So I got our links back as far as you can see. Now let's see what happens with the number of links. So we can see that if we are hovering and then selecting the links, the number just increases. That's because we continuously keep adding links to that part over there. So a quick solution, there are many of them anyway, so a quick solution would be to empty the list each time. So where is this one? List one. So when we select it, let's comment this one out because you don't need it. So list one dot inner HTML is nothing. That would be one quick way. Let's see if it works firstly. So we are hovering over those ones. Let's select the number of links. We are 56. Shouldn't be more than, we are still 56. So it generates all the links on the fly. However, it's every time it's emptying that list, so it doesn't keep adding to it. So let's see what we've done so far. If we are to select all the links right now, when we haven't hovered over anything, this is what Google sees. So when Google comes to this web page, if this web page will be made public, let's see what it does. So Google will see about 11 links, 11 main links. That would be okay. So as soon as we hover over here, Google doesn't see this. It's dynamic. It happens after the page has loaded. It happens on user interaction. See, let's see. So those links start to come back in. So it doesn't really matter. Google only sees about 11 links, right? However, we can easily navigate through and click on our links in the mega menu, and everything works so far. So that's what we will do with the second list. We will select the second list over here and then basically do the same stuff for the list 2. However, right now we've proved that we can recreate the mega menu using JavaScript to make sure that we are not disadvantaged in face of Google, and at the same time we can let's look into the project just a second. We've reduced the file size or the transfer size. Where is it? Just a second. Let's comment those ones. Let's comment them in for the moment, and let's see how it would look without any JavaScript. So if we are to go into the TMP and look at this index reveal in Explorer, so this index has 161 kilobytes. Okay, so now if we are to comment those ones in or out, comment out, and go back over here, this index has about 90 kilobytes and has the same functionality. So we've reduced the total file size to about, let's say, half of it. At the same time, Google sees only 11 links in the mega menu, and all the other links are generated dynamically. If you want to make Google also see those links in case you don't have some other internal linking done, and Google is smart about that, you can use sitemaps. However, this is one way to make sure that mega menu is your friend and not your foe. So take advantage of this technique. Now I'll open the question and answer section and see what's next. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Now let's see what questions there are there. Any questions? You're welcome, Rizwan. So by the way, while I'm waiting for questions, let me see about Rizwan's initial question. So it's node, it's JSON server. Okay, so if we are to go, because we already have a JSON file, so maybe let's do an example over here. We already have a JSON file here. So let me break this and npm install. I don't type install like that. Let me start the on-screen keys. So I don't type install, I just say I. And -J is for global and JSON server. Let's try like this. If not, we try with dash. Well, it works. Okay, so JSON server help. And well, basically it's -- or -- path, and then / is the current directory. Then we have data and menu.json. Server running on port 3000. So now localhost 3000, cannot get anything. Slash menu, well, it's empty. Slash menu, slash 1, not sure why it doesn't work. Ah, because it's in src. Okay, so it's sr dot slash src. Okay, now let's see. So it doesn't work. Anyway, basically that's how we started. Not sure why it doesn't work right now. That's how we start the JSON server. A quick AI, and something is stuck over here. No! Visual Studio is crazy again. Let me quickly close it. Sorry guys. Everything went down. Yeah. I need to find out what's wrong with my Visual Studio. It used to work very well until a few days ago. So that's JSON server. So you quickly start an API based on some JSON file. Let me see if I can find my chat windows. Well, because there is a question. Redzvan is asking, why do you prefer to use map instead of for each? Well, for each does the same thing as map does, however it only loops through the objects and it doesn't return anything. So it only loops through your collection, while map returns another collection with the same number of elements as the initial collection, and you can apply transformation on it. So for example, let's say you have like a list of names, and then when you use map, you return a new array and you capitalize, let's say you capitalize all the strings in it. So basically that's why I prefer to use map. If I wouldn't do any transformation on it, then I would use for each. And at the same time I'm lazy, so map is shorter, it's 3 letters, for each is 7, so yeah. Those are my reasons why I use map instead of for each. Don't forget to commit on GitHub. Of course, for this, I will not open Visual Studio again, because if it's acting crazy, I don't want this to interrupt my work. So I'll open the git bash, change it to my project, so D, cool stuff, mega menu, git status. Okay, so there's a change over git add everything, git commit -m as message, implement JavaScript solution, git push, and basically let's check if our online source code has received our commit. github.com/codetap.io mega menu, and inside the commits we can see implement JavaScript solution, and this is what we've done so far today. By the way guys, before we wrap this up, unless there are any more questions, do comment down in do leave a comment if you want to see something similar with React or with Angular. If not, I'll not do it. But if you want to see a solution implemented with React or with Angular or both of them, leave a comment below and I'll see about it. Any other questions, guys? Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. All the videos are recorded in 1080p 60 frames per second. And all the videos are nicely organized. So go on YouTube, search for codetap and subscribe to it. Feel free to stay on Facebook if you don't prefer YouTube. I'll leave 1 more minute, guys. If no questions are asked, I'll wrap this up and see you tomorrow. I might change the hours. I'm planning to change the hours to do a live show during the day and a live show during the night. Not two live shows during the night, as some other ones will start. So I'm trying to figure out a way where a schedule that works fine for me and for all the other parties that will be involved in many live shows that will be following. So guess that is it. Thank you guys for watching. You've been amazing. So don't forget to subscribe, and happy coding and create something awesome. Bye. Stop.